Hey guys, Pastor Eric here, bringing you today's devotion. I want to start off by making a little confession to you guys. Sometimes I have a tendency to put things off or to procrastinate. I have a tendency to do those not only when it's something hard, but if it's something I'm not interested in or something I don't know enough about to accomplish the task, and I'm a little bit intimidated by it, sometimes I put those things off. I was reading in James chapter 4, and in James 4:17 it says, "Whoever knows the right thing to do and fails to do it, for him it is the sin." And that hit me kind of hard when I was thinking about my own family. The Bible also talks about that we should train up our children in the way that they should go now, that when they get old, they will not depart from it. And I know that to be true in my own life. If you were to ask my youth pastor if I would be standing in this seat as a youth pastor at this age, he probably would say he's not real sure. Actually, he did our wedding, and that's what he said. He said, "Danielle, she was just so great in youth." He said, "But Eric, well, we weren't real sure about him." And that's okay. We have kids in our youth sometimes that I think, this kid's driven, he's a leader, he has a lot of potential, but right now, he's just not there yet. But that's okay, because the Word says when they get old, they won't part from it. The Word says train them up to do what we're called to do, to be doers of the Word, not just hearers of the Word. And that's what we're called to do as parents. And even if you're not a parent, you have people that you work with, people that you live by, people that you do life with, that you share things with, you play games with, that you go to the park with. And if they don't have hope, they're in a dangerous place. A hopeless place is a dangerous place. And people need hope. And it takes effort to go to a friend that you've known for 5 years or 10 years, or a student or a kid that you have in your home that's been there since they've been born, and you've never had this conversation, if they have hope, and how to get that hope. And it can be very hard with close friends and family. But sometimes the hard thing is the very thing that we have to do to see that breakthrough. And where do I get that? From Jesus' own life. When he was on this earth, when he was in the Garden of Gethsemane, before he had to go and do what he had to do so that we could have salvation, he had to face something hard himself. He actually turned to his disciples in Matthew 26:38 and 39, and he said, "My soul is overwhelmed with sorrow, to the point of death. Stay here and keep watch with me." Going a little farther, he fell to his face to the ground and prayed, "My Father, if it is possible, may this cup be taken from me. Yet not as I will, but as you will." So when we need that extra encouragement from God, that extra direction from God, that extra peace from God, we can pray like Jesus. "This is very hard. I don't want to do this. But God, if you need me to do this, if you want me to do this, I know you'll provide for me. I know you'll show me. I know that you'll strengthen me. I know that you'll allow me. I know that you'll equip me because your word says that you will." And for those of you that have tried and have become tired and have become weary and have just stopped, here's a word for you. Galatians 6:9. "Let us not lose heart in doing good, for in due time we will reap if we do not grow weary." If we work it, it'll grow. Relationships take work. With our spouse, with our coworkers, with our kids. It takes investment. If we plant a garden, we can't just throw some seeds out there and hope good things happen. It takes work. It takes investment. It takes careful watch. It takes careful digging and careful getting dirt in our hands and our fingernails, and sometimes some blood and some sweat and some tears to see things to happen. But the Bible says, "Let us not lose heart in doing good, for in good time we'll reap if we do not grow weary." The Bible also says it takes a village to raise a child. When you have a village here at Jewel City Church, I have lots of great leaders around me in our youth ministry for middle school and high school kids. For adults, we have lots of pastors here that want to help you, that want to stand beside you and walk beside you and see your family grow and see your family thrive, and not just make it, but to thrive in this world and to equip you to bring light into a dark place. So I give you those scriptures. I pray that you would meditate on those, pray and ask God to help you in those hard times. And if you're struggling specifically with how to approach your child, or how to bring the gospel into your child's life, or how to even get your child to attend, please reach out. I'd love to talk to you. It's hard, it takes investment, it takes effort, but it's worth it. I love you. We're praying for you. God bless you.
For additional Christ-centered content, make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, subscribe on YouTube, and check out the Jewel City Podcast.